What's up everybody, this is Pokepop, and today we are showing a 3-game winning streak I got at the end of my day 1 of the Global Challenge. We started the day going 0-5. Thankfully, I was able to lock in and finish my day 1 with an overall record of 7 wins and 8 losses. As you can see, the team I'm playing contains a Tailwind plus a Sand mode. We have Talonflame with no item, running Acrobatics, Tailwind, Flame Charge and Feint, with the ability to give priority to all flying moves when he is at full health. Next up is Milotic, with Leftovers, running Protect, Coil, Hypnosis and Scold. Then we have Mega Tyranitar, running Protect, Knock Off, Rock Slide and Ice Punch. Second Mega is Mega Venusaur, running Protect, Leech Seed, Giga Drain and Earth Power. We have regular Kangaskhan with Lamberry, running only Fake Out and Last Resort. Last is Garchomp, running Bright Power with the moveset of Protect, Rock Slide, Earthquake and Scale Shot. As you can see, the stats here, we have a pretty common spread for the stats, nothing too fancy. With that being said, let's jump into the games. Okay, we got pretty quick matchmaking and we are facing off against Mega Floette, Basculegion, Aerodactyl, Sneasler, Incineroar and Garchomp. It's a pretty scary team, they have Tailwind mode also. I'm thinking about going with my own Sand mode and plus the Tailwind. So I select a lead of Talonflame and Tyranitar, and in the back I'm bringing Garchomp and Milotic because Milotic is really good versus Garchomp and Incineroar on the opposing team. As we see here, we start the match. Let's see the lead from our Oppo. He goes in with the Sneasler plus the Floette and facing off against my Talonflame and Tyranitar. So Sand goes up and I'm already thinking he's going to Mega Floette and Protect. And I think here he wants to go with a close combat into the Tyranitar, since the obvious play would be to fake me out. I think he's not going for priority, but he's going to close combat the Tyranitar. So instead of going with the Tailwind on first turn, I went with the Acrobatic onto the Sneasler plus Protect on the Tyranitar. We see the Floette Mega Evolves. Is he going to Protect or is he going to attack? We see the ability pop up and we see the Protect, so we got the call correct. We scouted the Protect, Tyranitar is going to Protect, and Talonflame is going to move first because of priority thanks to his ability, and one hit KO this Sneasler before he can even move. So the opposing Sneasler went for close combat and we got the call right. My Oppo sends in Incineroar and he got a double Intimidate on both of my monster. Both physical attack, so this Intimidate really damage my position. So right now I'm thinking going for a switch, and I think I'm going to switch the Garchomp in to take advantage of the Sand plus Mega Evolve on the Tyranitar and go for a Rock Slide. Talonflame switches, we see the Garchomp takes the field, my Oppo doesn't switch, we see the Mega Tita, Incineroar is going to fake me out. And my Oppo is going to Moonblast into the Tyranitar, doing a lot of damage, but we survive thanks to the Sandstorm. And we got the flinch because of fake out, so we cannot move. Next turn though is a pretty good spot for me, because we have Garchomp that is the fastest thing on the field. And so we go for an Earthquake plus Protect from Tyranitar. We see the Earthquakes come out, first move on the field, and is going to do a lot of damage to both of my Oppo Pokemon. Incineroar Citrus Berry will pop up, and Floette goes for a Dazzling Gleam, knocking out my Garchomp. So we don't get a KO this turn, but we did a lot of damage to this Floette and to this Incineroar, and most importantly we blocked the parting shot from Incineroar, so he cannot switch, and he needs to stay on the field for another turn. So now we can actually go for Tailwind plus Rock Slide from the Tyranitar to gain the speed advantage for the rest of the battle before my Talonflame is going to get knocked out. We see the Tailwind goes up, Mega Floette just protected, and we go for the Rock Slide. We actually hit on the Incin, and it's not a KO. This Incineroar, this opposing Incineroar is so bulky. And we see the parting shot targeting the Talonflame to switch Incineroar out, and my opponent goes in with his own Garchomp. And now we see, thanks to our Tailwind, we are able to outspeed the Garchomp, otherwise we will be dead to this Garchomp. And now is my Talonflame and 10 HP Tyranitar facing off against Mega Floette and Garchomp. I think a lot during this turn on what moves I'm about to do, and then I go and lock in Flame Charge targeting the Mega Floette plus Ice Punch targeting the Garchomp, because I think he is not going to protect. And my opponent switches out the Floette for the Incineroar, tanking my Flame Charge, and he actually protect on the first turn with the Garchomp, so we have a bad turn. We are just able to knock out the Incineroar because he was already at 3%. We see the Ice Punch going into the Protect, and my Sandstorm is ending. So our opponent switches Mega Floette back in. The ability is going to pop again, and now we go for the same move we did before. We go for Flame Charge into the Floette plus Ice Punch into a Garchomp that cannot protect anymore. This Floette is going to survive, as we see here, on 6%, and this is very scary, but this Garchomp is going definitely down with a crit in our favor, thankfully. And we also lose the Tyranitar thanks to the ability of the Garchomp Rough Skin. We see the Dazzling Gleam Mono Hit is not doing too much damage to our Talonflame, and my Milotic switches back in for the first time, and our opponent is going to quit, giving us one of the best wins of the days. So we managed to get another win, and we are already searching for our next opponent. We found Flo, and he's running Mega Trampa, Whimsicott, Sableye, Garchomp, Salazzle, and Mamoswine. I lock in the lead of Talonflame plus Garchomp. I bring Tyranitar plus Venusaur in the back, and I go and lock in my choice. So I think we are going to see Sableye in the lead, because when I saw our Sableye in team preview, it's always in the lead, doing some silly stuff. This guy leads Whimsicott plus Sableye, 2 prankster user, and he wants to set up pretty bad, I'm thinking in my mind. So actually on the first turn I will not protect any of my Pokemon, because I don't even remember that Sableye gets access to Fake Out. So I think I want to remove this Whimsicott from the existence, and we should be faster with the Talonflame. So with priority acrobatics we can move before him, and we see we lock in the Earthquake with the Garchomp, but we get Fake Out, and we move next with the Talonflame. Priority acrobatic is going to one-shot this Whimsicott. So overall I'd say a pretty good turn. We didn't damage the Sableye, but we were able to get a knockout, and most importantly our Talonflame is still at full health, so he can easily put up a Tailwind with priority. So we see here we go for the scale shot into the Trampa, hoping to get more than 2 shots, and we are actually clicking Tailwind to put us in a better position for the rest of the game. Our opponent is going to Mega Evolve this Trampa, and actually I knew it was Mega Trampa, because otherwise why would you play this mon? We see the Tailwind comes up, and the Earthquake is going down and is doing a lot of damage to both of my opponent Pokemon, also proccing the Sableye Citrus Berry. We see the Sableye going for the Garchomp, doing basically little damage, but this Thunder from the Mega Trampa is going to one-hit KO the Talonflame. And we actually wanted the Talonflame to go down on this turn, so we can take full advantage of the Tailwind turn left with the Tyranitar and Venusaur in the back. We see here I switch in the Tyranitar, setting up Sand, even though the ability from the Mega Trampa removes the effect of weather. The weather is still present, but the effect are removed. We can see we lock in another Ice Punch for the Trampa, plus Earthquake with the Garchomp, going for max damage, trying to get a double knockout during this turn, because we already saw that Earthquake is doing more than 60% to this Sableye. So Sableye is going down here, Trampa remains with 28% of health, but we move next. Thanks to Tailwind, our Tyranitar is going to knock down this Mega Trampa. So now we have a really favorable situation. When we have a 3v1, our opponent has only Mamoswine left in the back, and we see I actually make a mistake, because I should lock in always knock off, but I go for rock slide plus scale shot. Scale shot today was not favorable for me. It was always hitting max 2 times, and as we see here, we get only 2 hits on this Memo Swine, doing 26% of damage. We see the Theta going for the rock slide, but we are not able to get the KO. So we get the flinch. That was a lucky moment, much needed, because my luck this day was really low. I get flinch left and right, and we see here I actually go with the same combination of move again, but my opponent goes for a shard, a priority move, so he's able to knock down my Garchomp, and I was silly to go again for the rock slide because obviously he misses, and now we are in with our last mon, but the battle should be already over by last turn. So we see now we lock in finally the knockoff, so we cannot miss this time. Menosaur is going to Mega Evolve just for fun because our opponent is not quitting. So we show them our real Mega, because all this time he could have think of Mega Tyranitar, but we actually wanted to go Mega Venusaur for this game. And we see that we got pretty comfortable win to go up to a 2-battle win streak. And we jump here straight into another match, and it's going to be our last match played of the day, so the 15th match of the day, because during the Grand Challenge you can only play a total of 45 match divided by 50 match every day for the 3 days of the challenge. So this team is running Farigiraf, Incineroar, Venusaur, Charizard, Pelipper and Archaludon. So they have a Trick Room mode, pretty scary, and also a Rain mode, also pretty scary. So I think here we want our Sand in the back, so we can easily swap onto the Rain and remove the possibility for Archaludon to go for Electroshock in the same turn. So we see here we actually got same lead as last match, with the Talonflame and Garchomp in the lead, and we see Farigiraf plus Venusaur from our opponent. So I'm immediately thinking he's going for Trick Room this turn, because this Venusaur should be maybe Mega Venusaur with min speed. So I actually on this turn went to double the Farigiraf, trying to avoid him setting up for the turn. So I'm not clicking Tailwind, but I'm clicking Acrobatics with the Talonflame, totally forgetting that this move is going to be with priority, so Farigiraf is going to make my life really hard. We see the Tail Armor blocking our Talonflame moves, and we see the Earthquake comes out, but it does very little damage to both of my opponent Pokemon. We see the Mega Venusaur gets a Leech Seed off onto the Talonflame, and we actually see the Trick Room goes up from the Farigiraf. So first turn right away I was thinking really bad spot for me. I made the wrong call, and I also forgot that Acrobatics was going to be a move with priority, so we did basically little damage on last turn. Now I'm thinking because in Tailwind we always go last, because both of our Pokemon on the field are really, really fast. So we are always going to move for last. We see the Hyper Voice coming out from the Fire Giraffe, and the Giga Drain comes out from the Mega Venusaur, but we actually avoid the attack thanks to the Bright Powder on the Garchomp. We see the Flame Charge comes up onto the Venusaur and does very strong damage, bringing this Venusaur down, but Leech Seed guarantees him to get back to 33%. So as we see here, my opponent is not yet losing a monster, is not losing position, he's still on the field, and we just lock in another Rock Slide with the Garchomp, but then we change our mind and we go for the Scale Shot to avoid the miss and to try and destroy this Mega Venusaur. We also switch in Sand to resist this Hyper Voice from the Fire Giraffe. We see the Leech Seed comes out also on the Garchomp, so this Mega Venusaur really wants to recover, and we see the Scale Shot only hitting 3 times but making him survive on 1%. Thankfully we switched in the Tyranitar, so Sand is going to take care of this Mega Venusaur. We actually are able to get our first knockout here on this turn, and our opponent has only 2 turns of Trick Room left. So we see he's going in with the Archaludon, and immediately I'm thinking he's going for the Protect on the Archaludon, plus maybe switching in to set up the Rain. As we can see, I was really scared in front of this Archaludon, because with 2 turns of Trick Room left, he was going to move first. So I actually lock in the Ice Punch onto the Archaludon, plus the Earthquake from the Garchomp. We see the Pelipper switching in, so we know that our opponent is not going to protect here, but maybe is going for an Electro Shot, but we call that, so we actually Mega Evolve the Tyranitar, setting up Sand back up again. We see our opponent going for the Electro Shot, but he was not able to attack on the same turn because we removed Rain. This Ice Punch is going to do a little bit of damage to this Archaludon, and I actually protected with the Garchomp on this turn, so we can waste 1 more turn of Trick Room protecting the Tyranitar on next turn. We see the Leech Seed activating, giving a little bit of life back to this Archaludon that is still a menace to society. And right now we actually try to lock in the Rock Slide, plus we try to switch this Garchomp out to try and set up our Tailwind right when his Trick Room is going to end. And we see actually our opponent is going to do just that. He's going to bring in the Fire Giraffe once again to maybe try and set up another Trick Room, and also to try and switch in the Pelipper with Rain on next turn. We see the Rock Slide hitting both of our opponent Pokemon, and now the situation is pretty good for us because Trick Room is ending. We have a pretty fast Talonflame that wants to set up Tailwind. We have a pretty easy knockout on the Fire Giraffe with knockoff. my opponent is going to bring Pelipper back in, thus removing our Sandstorm, setting up the rain back up again. But I also doubled this slot, so this Pelipper is taking a lot of damage during this turn. And we actually see the Electroshot come out from the Archaludon onto the Talonflame, one-hitting KO this poor Talonflame who was already dying. And now the situation looks pretty good, even though he sets up the rain. We have Mega Venusaur, we have Venusaur in the back, plus Garchomp in Tailwind. Actually we didn't set up Tailwind. What am I talking about? We did not set up Tailwind, but we switch in with the Garchomp, that is the fastest thing on this field, and we are trying to actually get a knockout on the Pelipper this turn. I go for Protect on Tyranitar because I think Electroshot is going to target the Tyranitar, since Garchomp is immune to electric move. We see that we actually go, we think about clicking Earthquake, and we actually click the Earthquake. We see the Protect coming up from the Tyranitar, and we also see the Bodyguard come out from the Pelipper. My opponent is revealing that his Pelipper is running Bodyguard, so we actually waste a turn. But my opponent is actually going to attack the Garchomp, but he misses because of our Bright Powder. That's huge. That was a huge miss. So we now can go for a knockoff on the Pelipper, who thinks that I only have spread move on this Garchomp. But we actually have Scale Shot on the Garchomp. So we lock in the knockoff on the Archaludon, because this Pelipper is always going to die. In this spot we see the Pelipper going for Bodyguard once again, useless though, because I went for Scale Shot, knocking out this Pelipper, plus knockoff to remove our Archaludon item, and to remove the possibility of him getting more health back every turn. But we see here actually the Archaludon had the berry to reduce the damage, and it was not leftovers. We see the Electroshot comes out and knocks out the Garchomp right here, but we have a pretty good position with Venusaur and Tyranitar facing off against my opponent, Giraffe and Archaludon. There is only 2 turns of rain left, so we actually think of going double Protect during this turn, but we then lock in the knockoff to try and take down this Giraffe, plus an Earth Power to try and damage this Archaludon as much as possible. We see that our Oppo is going to think about this move. He does not Protect with his 2 Pokemon left, so we see Giraffe going down because Tyranitar is the fastest on the field. We see the Dragopulsar comes out, but the Earth Power from this Venusaur is going to close out this match, giving us a pretty deserved win, closing this first day of Global Challenge with a 3-game winning streak and we actually are able to bring our record all the way back to 7 wins and 8 losses to finish the first day. Guys, thank you for watching, thank you for listening.